All right, my name is Hayden. This is the life of a truck driver and some issues, problems that they might run into, biggest challenges. So I watched the YouTube videos, quick little 5-minute YouTube video, but it was very much of a more personal story. I kind of wanted to do some research online and like articles, and then also some on YouTube just so I could watch. But the one that I watched, it was a guy talking about his experience. He came from a family of truck drivers, and he talked about what he did from day to day, which it's driving in his truck for long periods of time. This one being a more personalized story, it involved him talking about the challenges. He had a 4-year-old daughter and a wife at home that he talked about he had to leave for days, if not a week straight. At the beginning of the week, I feel like that would be very tough. I couldn't imagine having to do that for work, like all the time to get paid. You have to leave your family for that long, so that's really tough. That's a big challenge, I would say. But again, life on the road for truck drivers is long hours, extended periods away from home. They're traveling a lot, but that is where we get into some of the good parts. The dude on the video was talking about how, yes, there's a lot of challenges, and yes, he has to go through a lot of hardships, but he loves what he does, and he says that the job is perfect for him because he loves traveling. And he also compared it to sitting in an office. I could see how those could be similar or different, but if you like to travel, man, that's a lot of travel involved in truck driving. So that's always good. That's always important. Doing what you love. And he also talked about the freedom and independence that the job offers, but then again, there's also more challenges that go along with that, that I'll talk a little bit more later. But yes, so let's get into some physical and maybe even mental demands from the job. This is more of my research online. Truck driving is definitely physically and mentally demanding. On the physical side, you're sitting for hours on end. Truck drivers are usually getting paid by the mile. So every minute that they are not driving on the road, they're not getting paid. So they're trying to drive for as long as they possibly can, being as efficient as possible. That could be 10 to 12 hours a day. So that is physically, could cause back problems. Just sitting for that long can be very unhealthy, especially if you do it a lot. Now mentally, drivers obviously have to stay alert at all times. That's something that can be very tedious, even though it is very dangerous. But doing that so often obviously can cause you to be not as alert sometimes. So yes, that is physical and mental demands. Living conditions. Long haul truck drivers, their truck might not just be a vehicle, it could be something that they live in. A lot of them do have to sleep in their trucks, cook, clean, sleep, all the things that is their mini home. So that is what that looks like, and it could lead to some issues, just because it's their workspace and home space. Okay, so let's move on to some more challenges. Fatigue and sleep deprivation. Long hours on the road, which I already talked about, this kind of make it difficult to get quality sleep, or it might be hard to stay awake while driving these long roads, especially at night. Loneliness. He talked a little bit about this in the video. He loves his family, and he said that every moment that he's not driving, that he every moment that he gets, he's on the phone with his dad, his wife, doing whatever to keep up with them socially. So another big challenge is obviously traffic and road hazards. Driving is very dangerous at the end of the day. And it is tough, especially whenever there is, storms or snow or any of those things can definitely affect a truck driver's driving. So that is what I have. It's a lot of independence, self work, but there are people that love it and they wouldn't rather do anything else.